There is a moment in almost every woman's life when she finds herself staring at the ceiling late at night, wondering about a man she cares for. She rewinds conversations, replays little moments, and asks herself quietly, does he see a future with me, or am I just a temporary chapter he will eventually close? It is a quiet, lonely question, and it is one many women feel but rarely say aloud. We live in a world where women are often told to listen to a man's words, whether he says, "I miss you," whether he calls you beautiful, whether he shows interest. But the deeper truth is this: men rarely announce when they have chosen a woman. They reveal it in subtle, emotional shifts that most people miss. And today, we are going to talk about the number one hidden sign a man sees you as the one he wants to build a life with. Not a sign based on fairy tale romance, not a sign based on movies, but a sign based on psychology, specifically the psychology of Carl Jung. Before we reach the answer, imagine this. A woman named Maya had been dating a man for several months. In the beginning, it was fun and light. They laughed, they flirted, they enjoyed each other, and everything felt easy. But one day, something changed. She noticed that he started asking different kinds of questions, not the casual questions like, "How was your day?" or "Want to watch a movie?" Instead, he began asking who she wanted to become. He asked what she dreamed of doing with her life. He asked what made her heart feel alive, what she feared, and what she hoped for. And then, unexpectedly, he began opening up about himself. He told her about old wounds, mistakes he regretted, the challenges he carried quietly, and the dreams he never said out loud. She didn't ask for any of this. He offered it, freely, naturally, sincerely. Something inside him shifted. He was not just spending time with her, he was letting himself be seen by her. This is where Carl Jung's work gives us the deeper answer. Jung believed that every man carries an emotional inner world that he shows to almost no one. Under the surface of masculine confidence, logic, and independence, there is an emotional life filled with fears, hopes, doubts, childhood memories, and hidden dreams. Jung called this side of a man's psyche the anima. It is the emotional, intuitive, vulnerable part of him. Most men spend years hiding this part because the world teaches them to be strong, controlled, and impenetrable. But when a man sees a woman as his person, his partner, his future, something rare happens. He lowers the shield. He stops guarding the deepest parts of himself. He lets her into the one place he protects from everyone else, his inner world. This is the number one sign a man sees you as the one. He becomes emotionally transparent. He shares his feelings, his past, his fears, his hopes, his insecurities, his dreams. A man can compliment many women. He can flirt with many women. He can feel attraction toward many women. But emotional vulnerability is reserved for the one he trusts, the one he sees as his future. This is the psychological turning point where chemistry deepens into connection and connection deepens into love. Most women grow up thinking they need to see grand gestures to know a man is serious. Romantic weekends, big gifts, long speeches. But the real sign is much quieter. It is in the way he looks at you before he tells a painful story. It is in the pause before he admits something that scares him. It is in the moments when he lets the confident mask fall and shows you the human underneath. Another woman named Alina once told a story about a man she dated. At first, she believed he wasn't serious because he was not the dramatic, romantic type. He didn't plan candlelit dinners. He didn't write poetic messages. He was simple, practical, calm. But then, one night, he said a sentence she would never forget. He said, "Can I tell you something I have never told anyone?" And he shared a memory from his childhood that shaped him, hurt him, and stayed with him for years. He never told friends, not even family. He told her, and in that moment she realized something powerful. His love was not loud and it wasn't flashy, but it was real. He trusted her with his truth. This is what many women miss. Men do not fear love. They fear vulnerability. They fear giving their heart to someone who might not protect it. They fear being judged, mocked, misunderstood, or abandoned. When a man sees a woman as just temporary, he keeps the emotional door closed. He stays on the surface. But when he sees a woman as his future, he lets her inside. Carl Jung once wrote that love is not about two perfect people coming together. It is about two souls revealing themselves and transforming through connection. Being physically close is easy. Being emotionally exposed is not. So, how do you recognize emotional exposure? You will notice that his conversations start to deepen. Instead of just asking what you are doing today, he asks what you want from life. He starts thinking not in my future, but in our future. He does not just talk about your plans for the weekend. He talks about where you see yourself 5 or 10 years from now. He becomes curious about your childhood, your family, your insecurities, your ambitions. He will ask about the moments that shaped you. He becomes a student of your inner world because he wants to understand your heart, not just enjoy your company. And when he trusts you, he will tell you about the moments he is not proud of, the fears he tries to hide, the mistakes he learned from, the dreams he almost gave up on, the parts of himself that are still healing. He will not do this if he plans to leave. Emotional transparency is an investment. It is a commitment. It is the way a man says, without words, "You are the one I feel safe with." Some men spend years hiding their emotions from the world, yet they will uncover them for one woman. Not because she asked, not because she demanded, but because he chose her. He may not always know how to say, "I love you," in the traditional way, but a man's soul speaks through openness. When he lets you see the side he hides from everyone else, that is love. And there is another layer to this. When a man sees you as the one, he begins to imagine life with you. He becomes protective, not in a controlling way, but in a caring way. He wants you safe. He wants you happy. He starts thinking about how his decisions affect you. He makes plans with you in mind. He starts to consider your feelings automatically, without being asked. It becomes natural for him to include you in his thoughts for the future. He does not disappear when things become emotional or complicated. Instead, he leans in closer because he does not want to risk losing you. Many women worry when a man becomes quieter, softer, or more reflective. They assume something is wrong, but often it means something is very right. Men open their hearts in silence more than in speeches. A man may not say, "You are the woman I want to spend my life with," but he will show it in the way he trusts you with his weaknesses. He will show it when he stops pretending to be perfect. He will show it when he lets you see his humanity. There is a reason this sign is so powerful. Physical attraction activates the body. Emotional vulnerability activates the soul. And men do not share their soul with someone they plan to lose. A man may walk away from someone he is casually dating, but he will fight for the woman who holds his heart. And the moment a man lets you into his inner world, you are no longer a visitor. You are home. So if you are listening to this and thinking of someone, pay attention to the way he opens up. Pay attention to the questions he asks. Pay attention to the stories he tells. A man who is in love becomes honest, raw, unpolished, real. He chooses you not just for the moments of joy, but for the moments of vulnerability. And if you are listening as someone who has doubted herself, someone who wonders if she is enough, someone who fears she will never be someone's first choice, hear this clearly. The right man will not love you because you are perfect. He will love you because you are safe. calm, understanding, patient, true, the kind of woman who can hold another person's heart with gentleness. The world teaches men to be strong, unbreakable, and emotionless. But every man carries a heart that wants to be understood. The one he chooses is the woman he trusts enough to reveal it to. So ask yourself, has a man shown you the real him? The unfiltered version? The human version? If he has, you were never just another woman in his life. You were the one his soul recognized. Because when a man sees you as the one, he does not need a dramatic announcement.